Welcome back into Freight Waves now and the start of this second hour with a carrier update presented by Uptake. Donnie, we've got a map pulled up here of our reefer rejections.
Yes, I just kind of want to start out and show you where reefer rejection rates are the highest. The darker the blues, the higher the rejection rates. Now, first thing here, of course, always, every year, this is going to remain the same, even going forward. This is our poultry belt. This is some of the best reefer freight here in the country. And it's, of course, going to all over the nation, Maine to California. But a lot of people don't like getting up in these areas. They try to run, the Midwest, Southeast, and not too far out in the Midwest. But a lot of your major markets you'll see here, Atlanta, Indianapolis, Chicago, Harrisburg, these are some of the best areas for reefer freight right now as the market deteriorates a little bit. The bigger markets obviously have the warehouses, the major freight lanes, and that's where a lot of these, if you need to keep your trucks moving, that's the markets you're gonna have to back into.
Yeah.
The problem is as that happens, capacity is going to, there's going to be, adding capacity to those markets is going to probably push the rates down a little bit. Yeah. But still, there's freight here. You see dark blues down here in the Southeast, finishing up a little bit of produce season. Produce season's not over, just the peak is over. But there's not a lot of heavy volumes down here to keep those rates high. So let's pop in and let's look at what's changed here on this map. And this is interesting. First thing you see is California, red, going down. Well, we've talked about this a few times. California is so expensive to operate out there right now. A lot of people, even in the reefer divisions, are backing into their contracted freight, which is making rejection rates go down. Salt Lake City, red. You get some here in Nebraska, Iowa, that's a little bit blue, so we've seen some increase there. Omaha, Nebraska, probably one of the better markets for a reefer right now because it has more volumes than some of the others. No changes in these major metros like Chicago, Atlanta, that's good. But you see down here, there's just not a lot of volumes down here in these blue areas. Right here in the Northeast, the problem is you pick up in the Northeast, it's probably going to deliver further into the Northeast. Yeah. So if you don't want to run in the Northeast, you're going to have to avoid those areas where you actually see some blues and some higher volumes.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the key. I mean, you start looking where these blues are, they're all in these lower volume markets. And I think that's the concerning part.
And if you don't have contacts in those markets, it's going to be very difficult to find contacts. Let's look at one more map here. We're running into the this is our head haul index on top of our volumes. So again, what really sticks out to me is Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, Harrisburg, Maryland, Ontario, or not Ontario, but the Fresno market here. Those are the major markets that are for produce. And being blue means that they're actually more outbound loads than inbound trucks. So those are the ones you want to run to the blue. Yep. So you're backing out. If you're in difficult times and struggling to find freight, these are the markets that you want to back out and get your trucks ran into. Accept the loads into those markets and maybe try some spot market rates headed out. One more map here, and we'll show you the split here. Reefer contracted rates. We go up, and here is the decline that we see after the peak season. So they are in decline. They've been steady for the last couple of days, or near the end of July, they've been kind of a little bit steady here. This updates daily here, but we've seen it where it's already peaked, and they are also, like dry van, deteriorating on their way down, but still very strong at 244.
Awesome. Well, thank you for this update, Donnie. We'll be sure to check in with you again one more time before the end of the show. Right now, toss it back over to Kaylee and Anthony.